Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar, Personalization, the Why, What, How. My name is Sarah and I'll be your moderator for today's event. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items. You have entered this webinar in listen-only mode. That simply means that you are muted so we don't pick up any noise from your end. We do welcome and encourage you to submit your text questions at any time via the questions pane in your GoToWebinar control panel. You can enter your questions there and we will save them for the Q&A at the end of the presentation. If you have any technical difficulties, please type them into that same questions pane and I will work with you directly to resolve those ASAP. We are recording today's webinar and you will receive a follow-up email with information on how to access the recording. By submitting your questions today, you agree to have them read aloud and recorded. All right, I would now like to introduce your presenter for today, Christopher Rambo, Sitecore Practice Lead at Vertex. Welcome, Chris. You now have the floor.
Thank you, Sarah. Welcome to the webinar for the personalization, the why, the what, and the how. I will be your presenter for this presentation. During this 45-minute session, I will go over the why, what, and how of personalization. This presentation will be geared towards the newest version of Sitecore 8.2. Please keep all your questions till the end of the presentation. There will be time for questions at the end. For those who are just joining this webinar, I would like to thank you for taking the time out in your busy morning to sit in and listen. Let me get started. I hold many certificates with Sitecore and have also worked for many Fortune 500 companies, including the likes of NASA, Mylan, HD Supply, and Comcast, and many others. When I am not in the Sitecore world, I enjoy golfing and spending relaxing days on Lake Erie fishing for walleye and perch, and also spending quality time with my family. My position here at Vertex is Lead Sitecore Practice. We are a Sitecore implementation partner, a Microsoft Gold partner, and a Salesforce.com partner, and many more. Our focus here at Vertex is web, CRM systems, and content management systems. We also offer a multi-shore engagement model. Today, I will be talking about the 3 key items to personalization. Why marketers must think personalization. Almost everyone is focused on content these days, creating, sharing large amounts of it on a daily basis. But how many are succeeding at creating and engaging content for the user? Why do you personalize? Rather than providing a single, broad experience, website personalization allows companies to present visitors with a unique experience. What do you personalize? It is a strategy that relies on your visitor data to deliver a relevant content based on audience interest and motivations. How is personalization achieved? By setting rules that check for various details about visitors, such as location and their visit to your website. You can ensure that the right content reaches the right visitor in the real time by showing, hiding, or adjusting content. The Sitecore Experience Platform empowers you to manage the entire end-to-end customer experience. But what exactly is personalization, and why is it so important? Today, people have access to a wide range of content of multiple channels. Personalized content talks directly to your targeted audience, and it offers the exact solution he or she is looking for on the website. Many businesses focus their attention on gaining traffic, but it's equally important to make your website user-friendly. The first impression are everything, and a visitor is more likely to become a customer if you offer them an exceptional experience. Make your site stand out from the competition by creating long-form content, engaging with your customers via newsletters, and incorporating modern design elements. Visitor engagement is important for a variety of different reasons, but the primary reason is conversion. Every piece of content you create should have a purpose. If visitors aren't engaging with your content or your website, they are not going to subscribe to a newsletter, or they are not going to buy from your site. Personalized content is a highly effective way of increasing sales, but sadly, this strategy is extremely underutilized by the business owners. By creating tailored customer experiences, they are increasing engagement, driving sales, and becoming brand leaders. Based on sales data from MyBuys, database of over 250 million shoppers, personalized content delivers a 25% increase in total online sales and a 300% improvement in customer lifetime value. I want to talk a minute about an excellent case study for personalization using Sitecore. The company is Danone Way in Australia. The marketing team wanted a system that would allow them to become a trusted partner and an advisor to the mothers by offering them a useful, relevant content. So in 2014, they began looking for a suitable customer experience platform. Sitecore offered the ability to deliver the journey of a new mother by offering the right content at the right time. Some of the challenges that Danone Way had before Sitecore were increased marketing and sales by moving beyond the low-performing traditional advertising and outbound marketing techniques. Become a brand of choice by providing a relevant customer experience. Measure and optimize customer experience quality around the impact of the content, tools, and services. Move into e-commerce and start selling directly to the mothers. After working with Sitecore, Danone Way was able to achieve the following success by using the Experience Platform inside of Sitecore. Some of their results are based from a personalized website content. Revenue wins. Eightfold growth in the month-over-month revenues since launching its Mother's Journey program. Sales growth. 75% each month with an average monthly rebuy growth of 140%. Downloadable increases. App downloads by 28% of the new mothers in their first year post-launch. CX success, also customer experience info, increased across marketing and partner stakeholders. Dane 1 had achieved the value that was discussed earlier. That is increasing customer engagement, a better customer experience, and increased sales. The moment a visitor arrives, a website needs to connect with their personal needs, wants, and desires. By understanding key demographics, it is possible for a company to set up its website to prove more attractive and benefit its actual customers. This acts as a welcome mat, waving the customer in. As the individual spends time on the site, continual data analysts allow for a personalized custom experience unique to them and them alone. By taking advantage of website personalization, companies not only connect directly with a potential client, but increase the chance of the customer both making a purchase and returning for a future purchase. Personalization rules and more return visits help business create a loyal customer base and also encourage word-of-mouth recommendations, which is the most valuable form of marketing you can achieve. Storytelling isn't just about content. For websites and digital media, stories can be conveyed on multiple levels, with content only being one of them. Furthermore, the story should be told not only through the macro content of the site, meaning the main paragraphs, the large teaser text, but also through micro content in the form of titles and headings, navigation labels, hyperlink text, button text, form field labels, and URL. Content can be personalized based on banner ads, carousel ads, or a home page or a personalized page based on what the user is trying to search for on their site. Let's take a look at Disney, a gold standard model to engage customer personalization. Disney has always been about magic, right from the start. And now it is an organization that is fiercely determined to use personalization to maintain and enhance user experience. Disney today is leveraging personalization to encourage, entertain, and interact with customers in many ways. Disney's technology approach was based on 4 goals: transforming the customer experience, driving operational efficiency, personalization using connected products, and enhanced interactivity across channels. Personalizing your profile gives you the ability within the Walt Disney website to keep everything in one place, the ability to add your friends and family to your personalized, customized homepage, the ability to add rides, tickets, fast passes, wristbands, food vouchers, meal plans. It also gives you the ability to keep everything in one place. The Sitecore Experience Platform was built within a simple purpose: to help you create a deep customer relationship. It was also built to create customers for life. Within Sitecore, you have one connected platform to deliver content of each customer's interaction history. That way, the interactions and the conversations that you have with the customer are more relevant and meaningful to them. And you get to own an experience that's more personalized, more efficient, and more successful. The more information you gather over time, the more value you can offer your customers through providing more relevant offers and information. Different parts of the Experience Editor are channels. Channels are where the actual viewer comes in, such as a website, an email campaign, a mobile device, an app, print material. Management is the actual content itself and the product information that is stored within the system. Intelligence is the analytics. Analytics is the key driving success factor within Sitecore. Analytics provides the user analytical data based on page views, pages, time of page views, and a search history of that individual profile. Database, customer data, and also universal customer connectors are stored within the database. And integration, it will play well with other CRM systems and ERP systems if you need to actually tie them into Sitecore. Relevant, personalized content is among today's digital marketers' most effective tools to drive quality leads. Personalizing your content by asking questions about your targeted buyers and becoming familiar with the context of the visitor's intent. What do they want to read? What are they searching for online? What types of content will engage them? With the personalization feature brings the ability to deliver personalized content targeted to an audience based on a certain criteria, location, profile fields, or previous purchase. You can build a complex logical expressions in order to define the audience you want to deliver your message to. And why the built-in criteria options will cover many scenarios. In case you need something custom, you still have the ability and the option to add a new criteria. Rules-based personalization. You define the conditions under which content is delivered to a customer. For example, you can set it rules based on an IP address or a physical location of your visitor. The keywords they use to reach your site, their mobile device, or the goals they achieve on your website to determine the content that is displayed. Adaptive personalization uses the visitor profile and the pattern card matching to dynamically adapt the content shown to the visitors in real time. Historical personalization. You can set rules that personalize content based on a contact's historical or past behavior rather than their actions from the current session they are on. Delivering tailored content customer experiences is not as hard as you might think. As a marketeer, you know you want to deliver personalized experiences, but very few brands in our experience actually know how to get started doing so. Just start. Take the baby steps at first. Crawl first, then walk, jog and run. With Sitecore, it couldn't be easier to put your customer's unique needs at the center of everything you need for personalized content. Flexibility of component use offers you the ability to create personalization rules that are based on many different criteria, including goals, campaigns, engagement value, points, profile value points, and engagement plans. Your website responds to personalization rules in real time by showing exact content, or by hiding content, or by adjusting the behavior of a component. Personalized content. After you have created a personalization rule, you can actually specify the content that you want the page or the component to perform. An action on when the conditions and the rules are met. You can hide or show content as well as adjust the behavior and presentation of a web control. Reusable content is data entry that can be the leading pain point for someone who has literally anything better to do. With Sitecore's reusable content, you can now input it just once and apply it across multiple presentation layers. Sitecore websites, or even extended content to non-Sitecore sites by using the Federated Experience Manager. The content is even decoupled from the presentation mode, so you always have the ability to customize at any level and at any time. Personalization in commerce realm. The rise of social and mobile has shaped a consumer-empowered economy in which we can quickly and easily make purchase decisions about any product at any time on any device. E-commerce has become a much more than a transaction. It has now become a crucial part of personalizing the customer experience. There are many ways you can actually personalize content. These are 4 of them that I call the big 4. Location. User visits the website from a location. For example, you can promote an upcoming event based on a location, city, state, or zip code. So all your visitors know about the upcoming events, store openings, special sales, and so on. Campaigns. A user visits the website from a special campaign, and you show them a special offer. When you send out an email that has links to resources, the visitors will click on the link and we'll bring them to your site. Now you will be able to greet them and ask if they would like a more relevant personalized content experience. Goals. User visits the website and they trigger a special goal, thus surfacing personalized content. Goals are activities that a visitor can perform on your website. You can create goals to track and measure how the visitors engage with the website and the campaign from both online and offline. Pages viewed. A user visits the website and he or she visits a certain page. That will trigger content. The Personalized Experience dialog shows the stats for any personalization rule that are implemented on a page. I call this the big 4. It is the easiest way to think about personalization without trying to attempt to boil the ocean. In summary, now that we know who we are talking to and what we are going to talk about, we must manage the when, why, where, and how of the personalized experiences. With customers now dictating the time, the location, and means of relationship, it is falling on marketing to be prepared to respond and engage with a customer at any time, any place, and any appropriate message. Engaging such a vast number of customers on a host of potential messaging, offers, or topics throughout any channel of media. I want to ask you these 4 questions before we end my presentation. When does the conversation take place? Why does the conversation take place? Where in the customer journey the conversation is taking place, and how to have the conversation, and if adding personalization will achieve all of the 4 questions above that you have to ask in order to achieve a successful personalized content for a website. Questions and answers?
All right. Thank you so much, Chris. That was wonderful. We do have some time now to take questions, so I would like to invite everyone to type their questions into the questions section of your GoToWebinar control panel, and I can read those and relay them on to Chris on your behalf. We do have one question that came in here. The first question is, how does personalization help our business grow?
Personalization, that's a good question. Personalization will help how to make your business grow. So based on actual personalized content, you will deliver a customer experience and a brand loyalty to that customer. So say if an actual customer was actually trying to do research on your company and they came in via an actual keyword or an actual search engine, you can actually gear the content on their web page to actually show only the content for that individual keyword that was actually searched for. Personalization is one of the ways that companies have to think about growing the platform, growing the business in order to achieve the actual customer experience, and we all know that an actual loyal customer in the end will be one that will return to your site, whether he or she will actually buy individual more products and that kind of stuff. Amazon, I'll use Amazon as an example. Amazon does a really good way of actually personalization. Once you have a profile built and they actually know items that you've actually bought and you ordered in the past, Amazon will actually deliver content, and they'll deliver ideas based on your actual search history or your actual previous purchasing history to actually show items that you might be interested in also.
All right, great, thank you. The next question is, how do you apply personalization to a page in an A/B test? Say if we want a specific demographic to see a test version of a page.
So you can use, that's a good question. So you can actually use the location, which I included in the Big Four. So if it's a location based, we have the ability to actually target an IP address or a certain area of the region of the country where you're coming from. So say that I'm running a campaign here in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm not going to want to show somebody the same campaign that I'm running in, say, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So based on location, based on the information that we can actually get from the customer, we can actually personalize the site via an actual banner ad or an actual page based on the region where they're actually coming from.
All right, great, thank you. Hopefully that answers that question. Again, everyone, you can type your questions into the questions pane of your GoToWebinar control panel, and I will relay those on to Chris on your behalf. We got another question here. How much personalization should a website use?
That's a very excellent question, and I don't really think there is a good answer or a bad answer to that question. I think the more actual personalization you can actually show to a user is the better outcome and the better user experience. We all know everybody's lazy and they just want it, and we can't hold attention on a website for so long. So if the content is not actually personalized based on what they're actually looking for, 9 out of 10 times that individual user is actually going to leave the site, and they're going to try to search and find another competitor that will actually hold their attention longer.
All right. And then we just got another question here. I like this one. How much effort is it to set up personalization?
Well, personalization it does take time to set up. You actually have to actually sit down and think about what individual sections of the site you actually do want to personalize. Whether it just be an actual homepage geared, towards the user, or a banner ad or an actual carousel, or you can actually personalize lines of business. Um, I worked for companies in the past where they actually targeted personalization based on one of their lines of businesses that they offered. So, for example, they wouldn't want to show an actual company if they only had, like, say, 80 employees, or like a very small company. They don't want to show them the content for a company that has thousands of employees. So, numbers have shown the actual more that you actually can actually personalize on the website, the actual better user experience and the brand loyalty that you will achieve success with that individual user or the customer, which eventually, in the end of it all, it comes down to, increased revenue, sales, brand awareness, performance.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to give folks just a minute here. Go ahead and type your questions in if we have any other questions out there into the question section of your GoToWebinar control panel. And if we don't have any other questions, it might be safe to go ahead and wrap this up. Do you have anything else you want to share today, Chris, before we go?
No, I just want to say thank you for everybody who, attended the webinar, personalization, the why, what, and how. The webinar will be available for, download, and we are here if you have any other questions. We're here to help you. Our goal is to, just help everybody, think about personalization, why you want to actually use actual personalization on your website, and how, and we're here to help you. So please reach out to us if you have any other questions.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, and thank you everyone for being here today. On behalf of Vertex, thank you for joining us, and have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.